Hi, I'm Stacy.
Hi, and I'm Jackie.
Thank you so much for joining us again at Let's Stay Married Together. We're going to jump right into our topic, our question of the day. Can you spend so much time raising your children and nurturing them that you starve your marriage?
That's a good one.
I
That's a
know it's
good
kind of
one.
touchy. I know it's touchy because you, like us, we love our babies. We would do the world for them. We would do whatever is necessary to make sure that they have the tools that they need to be successful in life, giving them love, support, whatever it takes. But I
Absolutely.
want to look at it from two different mindsets. What seems to be the prevailing mind of the day is people leave each other. Divorces take place, separations take place, but my baby is forever. So no matter what he or she does, my baby comes first. That's one mindset. But we want to kind of challenge that with another mindset. A mindset that says, yes, we absolutely love, we support our children, we want to build them and help them in their development. But we also want to do that with the understanding that one day these children are going to grow up and be adults and they're going to move on with their lives.
They're going to
And they'll
leave.
always be our children, but they're going to move on and they're going to have their own agendas. And now we are now left with a marriage that we want to last until death do us part. So, why is that important? That is important because I've seen the slow erosion of marriages as people pour all their energy, all their
Mm-hmm.
time, all their resources, and essentially put that child on a pedestal. And as time moves on, those children move on with their lives, and you're sitting across the dinner table from someone that you don't even know.
And that's true. And actually, when we started talking about sharing this with you all, I found a statistic that I was blown away. I literally was blown away by it. And it said that the divorce rate for what we call empty nesters, and that's the those marriages where within year 20 to maybe 25, where your children grow up, they leave. Literally, they said that it has soared from 1 in 10 marriages to 1 in 4
Wow.
over the last few years.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
Staggering.
And you have to think about, like, what causes that to go from 1 in 10 marriages to 1 in 4.
Wow.
It has to be because you pour so much into raising your children and their activities, being there for them, and being, oh, our children are everything, that you lose sight of what brought the miracle of the children into the world anyway.
Absolutely.
It was the love that you had for between you and your mate.
And quiet is
Unbelievable.
kept. Quiet is kept. I believe that some people who in their marriages are secretly unhappy and unfulfilled actually hide behind their children because they don't want to address real issues.
That's
They
true.
don't want to address things that are going on with their marriage. So it's easier, as opposed to sitting down and dealing with issues head on, it's easier to run to soccer practice. It's easier to run to basketball practice. It's easier to go to school. All those things have their place and have their importance,
Right.
but they should never be at the expense of your marriage.
You know what it is too? When you said that, if you think about it, the one thing that you can agree on when maybe when you're married, you're struggling with one another, is supporting your child.
Absolutely.
So if they can't agree on anything else, they can agree on, we need to be there for our children.
Absolutely.
Losing sight that even your children need to see you being there for each other.
Absolutely. And another question that we'll slide in here that wasn't on our agenda, but are you more married to your children than you are your mate?
Ooh. No, you didn't.
Are you more are you more there for them
Yeah,
than you
no.
are for the person that you actually vowed to?
Right.
It's very easy to do that. One thing you want to keep in mind is that when God blesses a couple with children, there is an order. There is an order of first mention, and you never put the product before the producer.
Right.
And there's an order that is put in place, and when that order is done properly, you give your children something that is so valuable. There is no greater gift that you can give to children or give children than to watch their two parents love and cherish one another. Because essentially, you're not only giving your marriage what it will need to last the test of time, but you're actually becoming the template
Yes.
for the marriage that you want your children to have.
It's the example.
Absolutely.
You are always setting an example. And we talk about, we all watch different people on Instagram and Facebook, and there's all these people out there that are influencers. But truth be told, we are all influencers.
Absolutely.
And it starts with how we influence our children.
Absolutely.
They're the ones that are closest to us. And what bigger purpose in life do we have than to model the marriage that we are praying that our children will have when they are of age to be there?
But
So
yeah,
we have to show them.
absolutely. But is that what we really want? I mean, I have seen parents who were unfulfilled in their marriage sabotage their young adult children's relationships because they don't want them to leave them in a situation that they're unhappy with.
Wow.
Sad, sad,
Wow.
sad. What you
That
want to
is.
do, even before we even get to that piece of the adulthood, understand that children are very aware. They know what's going on. And at the tender, sweet age of 3, 4, and 5, when children know that they have the power to put the two of you against each other, they will manipulate you like puppets on the string. But when they see a united front and they know that you two are a unit and you guys work together and you love and support each other, they follow suit. You'd be surprised how quick they are to fall in line and respect your marriage when you do.
Right. Have you ever had that situation where one of your kids asks you to do something and you say, go ask your daddy? And then they're like, oh, never mind. Because you didn't know that they had already asked dad and he said no, but they came to see if maybe you was going to say something different. They try. They know, and they know when it'll work. So it's so important that we stay on the same page, not only as it relates to raising them, but they have to know that, what, they talk.
Absolutely.
They talk to each other. They gonna know.
Absolutely.
I'm be found out.
And let's look at the long game here. Once you set the model for your children for love and cherish is the word you keep hearing me repeating because I think that is so important because it teaches a child the value that you put in one another. And what it does, it not only sets the template for the marriage that you want them to have, but it also provides them with an overall respect for marriage in general. Because look at the problems we're having in our society. People don't respect the institute of marriage, and the outfall of it pours into our communities because we understand strong marriages make strong families. Strong families make strong communities. Strong communities make strong cities, and so on and so forth. But it starts with the marriage. It starts with the family unit. So, what better gift can we do is to show our children that strong united force as a couple and what that gives them and the template that it sets for them. And it's important. Now, please understand, as we're saying all this, we do want to say and add that cases where there are blended families and children born before the marriage creates a different set of challenges. And we're not ignorant to that. And those situations require a little bit more time and greater effort to find that balance. And that's something that you will have to ask God and get the right counsel from other people that have been there to develop that. Because in those situations, the children were first when it was just that one parent and a child. But we're talking more specifically about more the nuclear family where you have a husband and a wife, and the children are the product of that marriage. And you're able to nourish it from the beginning. I think how you start that is so key. And I think, we want you to check. We want you to really look within yourself and ask yourself, am I hiding behind my kids? Am I really giving my marriage the time and the effort that it deserves? Or am I using my kids as an excuse to not do the work?
Wow. And you know what? It's interesting because it could be something as simple as a hug or a kiss. Do you know how many times that baby's like ooh, 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 and you just kissing, you hugging on them, but at some point, even a check like, okay, I kissed my child 7 times in 60 seconds. Have I kissed my mate today? Like, have I hugged him? Have I told him how much I love him as much as I'm telling my baby how much I love him? And it's little things. You'd be surprised that how you recognize how your children love for you to play with them and spend time with them and just touch them. How many times do you play with your baby and do you take the time to touch? Do your children see you touch?
Absolutely.
So it's those little things that I don't know if we always think about, but they're so important. And you'll find that they play into the longer you go without doing something, the more comfortable you become without doing it. If you're not touching, after a while, it's no big deal that you don't touch. But it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. And just to share with you guys, just a quick situation that we dealt with. Our children are in their 20s now. And in their 20s, I went on Instagram one day and one of my children posted a video of my wife and I holding hands sitting on our couch. Had no idea.
Right.
But she was just talking in that post how blessed she was to have 2 parents that loved each other. And that's just something that we might do from time to time. We were just sitting on the couch and I put my hand on her and my daughter was upstairs and pointed her phone downstairs and took a picture of it. And those are things that, may not be big to you, but those little shows of affection, they mean so much to your children and they feel like they're a part of something that's strong and lasting. And so we're not putting this out to rebuke you or back you in the corner, but we want you to think and make sure that, with all the gifts that you're buying, with the nice sneakers you're getting with them and signing them up for this team and this practice and everything, please remember that the greatest gift you could give your children is to allow them to see you love one another.
Yes.
Not pretending, not putting on a front, but genuinely, and love is more than kisses and hugs and holding hands. Genuine concern. If one of you are out late, your children needs to know that you're calling to check on each other. Have you heard from your mom? Have you heard from your dad? Is everything okay? Little things like that go so far because they need to see, because again, you're modeling. You're setting a template for what you want them to have. And not only do you want them to have what you have, but you want them to have it even better.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. And we want to make our families stronger. We want to build and develop because if you think about it, the marriages we saw with our grandparents, have we gotten better? When we watched our parents, or if you were blessed to have your great-grandparents around like I was, have we gotten better? We have to do the work to rebuild our families. It is so important. And it has become our mission and a small way to play a part in just helping you to do that. So please send us your comments. Send us your questions on this matter. We want to know what you think. We want to know what your experiences are. If you agree, if you disagree, we want to hear it and we want to get a dialogue started so we can have this conversation and get stronger and essentially stay married together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you guys again. We're looking forward to hearing from you. The Gmail address is on your screen at the end. Please reach out to us, comment, and let us know what you think because we're looking forward to hearing from you and as we collectively stay married together. Peace and God bless.
God bless.